Hey, welcome to Mama Mandala, where magic is somatic. I'm Hagar. I'm releasing this during the days going into a new year, ending one cycle and moving into another. And I would like to support you in any process of transformation that you are finding yourself in. Now, the world is constantly and always in a process of transformation. The universe is always changing, shifting, breaking down, recoalescing. And so are we. And the process and the experience of transformation can be intense. Some of us want to turn ourselves away from the intensity as far as we can, and then we take ourselves away from our capacity to really anchor in who we can be and who we want to be more deeply. And some of us go so far into the intensity that we forget to bring softness and gentleness and compassion toward ourselves in the process. So I invite us to do both. We're going to do a little practice taking ourselves into the fire, into the heat of transformation, but we're going to try to bring ourselves into it with a gentle and soft presence, so that we're not pushing and we're not forcing. And you can bring into this anything that you feel you want to breathe transformation into as we move from one year into another. And at the end of this practice, if you love it, you can go ahead and join us for the winter solstice somatic ceremony, where we're going to take that transformative practice way deep and really anchor ourselves in the mythopoetic, the storytelling of the season, and rituals and practices to support us. So you can check this out. I'll leave a note in the description of the video. So go ahead and stand tall at the top of your mat. Separate your feet a little bit wider than your hips and put your hands on your belly and breathe into your belly. Big belly breath. Expand your belly into your hands as you inhale. And allow the belly to soften back as you exhale. And this kind of breathing, big belly breath, inhale, helps to regulate our nervous system because it works with the vagus nerve, with the vagal nerve. Exhale slowly and let the belly draw back. There's a lot of the vagus nerve branching goes into the guts. So inhale deeply. So we're toning the vagal nerve by breathing deep into the belly, and then our nervous system, it helps our nervous system regulate, helps us be more grounded. One more breath in. And a slow, soft breath out. Bring a tone to the back of the throat if you haven't already. Ujjayi breath. Inhale and reach your arms up. And exhale, release your arms by your sides. Slow through the tone in the back of the throat, as if you're drawing now a circle around you. Inhale the arms up for your deep inner work, a circle of protection for your transformative work. And exhale, release your arms by your sides. A magic circle for your alchemy. Inhale and reach your arms up. And exhale slowly. Release your arms by your sides and keep breathing through the tone in the back of the throat. Bring your hands to your belly. Again, we're going to do Kapalabhati, breath of fire. And the focus with breath of fire is on the exhalation. Do you hear how it moves through the tone in the back of the throat? And as you do that, you pull your belly in to push the air out. And your hands are on your belly so you can feel it. Belly pulls in as you push the air out. You can do it slow. And keep going. You don't have to worry about the inhalation. The inhalation happens on its own. The focus is on the exhalation, on the belly pulling in as the breath pushes out. You can go at a faster pace of breath of fire if you feel familiar with it and comfortable with it. Or you can stay slow and steady, whatever suits where you're at today. And then exhale slowly all the way out. Empty the air out completely. Just for a moment, keep the air out. Hold the breath out. And then inhale deeply all the way in. Reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, join your hands and lower them through the front of your face to the front of your heart. And then release your arms and separate your feet wide apart. And inhale, reach your arms up. Your feet are parallel for this one. And let's do breath of fire again. If you need your hands on your belly, you can have your hands on your belly. But if you can have your arms up, go ahead and keep your arms up and pull the belly in to push the air out. So you're pumping your belly. And difficult times, keep breathing, breath of fire. Difficult times when we feel like we are in the fire can be deeply transformative. And they can change us in ways that we're not happy about because we're not engaged in the process. We're not bringing ourselves to the transformation that is there. Or we can take the heat that we are in and reshape some of our aspects, reshape and recreate, forge in the fire of our transformation the kind of tools, the kind of aspects of ourselves that we want to cultivate for our lives, for who we are, to become more of the shape and the form of our desire. Keep breathing. Fire holds in it the passion and the desire of life. Keep going. Breath of fire. And breathe into the fire. Bring into the fire what you wish to transform in your life, what you wish to see changed in the world. Feed the fire with your frustration, with your rage, with your anger about injustices that you're seeing. We're facing things in the world right now, keep breathing, breath of fire, that stir a lot in us. And there's a very hateful conversation out there. So keep breathing, breath of fire. And in the fire, instead of pouring the oil of hate into the fire, we can actually let the fire break down the hatefulness and let the anger feed a sense of hope that together we can shift and change. And so instead of pouring oil of hatred into the fire, if you're busy with a transformation in the world, like the war that's going on in the Middle East, how can you break down some, keep breathing, breath of fire, how can you break down some of the beliefs that you have, some of the ways that you are stuck in seeing only one side, and bring into the fire the capacity to break things down so that new things can emerge that are more just, that are more compassionate, not just for one side, but for all. So you bring yourself into the fire so that in you, you can transform some of the parts of you that might be, might feel destroyed by this. Keep breathing, breath of fire. I know it's a lot. Keep going. And some of the aspect, maybe the devastation that you're feeling. Feed the fire with the intensity. And even feed the fire, instead of with the oil of hate, so that we have explosions of hate around the world, feed the fire with the hate that you're maybe experiencing and feeling so that it can break down and change and transform and become something useful. Hate is hardly ever useful. And then exhale slowly all the way out. Keep the air out for a couple of moments. And then inhale deeply all the way in. Stretch your spine long. And exhale, release your arms by your sides. Go ahead and turn your toes out and bend your knees, goddess pose. Widen your knees so you can see your big toes. Inhale deeply, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring your right forearm to your right thigh and stretch your left arm up and over your head. Press down with your feet into the earth and breathe. Now your belly is more, it's a little hotter, right? It's a little warmer. Maybe heated you up a little bit. Use the heat. Draw the front of your hip bones, the ASISs, towards one another, and even wrap the sides of your ribs around the front of your belly as you push your feet into the earth and lengthen your spine. Keep your knees bent. Inhale, come up, arms out to the sides, and exhale, bring your left forearm to your left thigh, right arm over your head. I'm mirroring you. Push the forearm into the thigh to actually lift a little bit of the side of the body on the left side and move the front of the hip bones towards each other. Move the sides of the ribs towards the center as you push both feet into the earth and lengthen your spine. Lengthen through the whole right side of your body. And breathe slow and deep, still with this tone in your belly. With the heat of the digestive system, right? We activate the belly. The belly is where our digestive system is, and that helps us break things down, right? And this is where the alchemy can really take place, metaphorically and literally. Inhale, come up. And to the first side again, right forearm to right thigh, left arm up and over your head. And then up, inhale. And I'm doing a little circular motion with my arm. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm up and over your head. And then inhale, come up. One more time each side. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh, left arm over the head. Press both of your feet into the earth. Inhale, up. And exhale, left forearm to left thigh. Right arm over the head. Inhale up. And exhale, stretch your legs straight. Turn your toes forward. Deep breath in. Arms up to the sky. Stretch long through the spine and then exhale. Reach your hips back and your chest forward. You can bend your knees or keep your legs straight as you fold forward, as you fold in. And hold your ankles to help yourself draw in a little bit more. And if this forward bend is too deep for you, go ahead and put your hands on a block or on a chair or a stool or something to support you as you pull yourself in and breathe. Deep into the cave, into the inner space where transformation can happen in a really soft way, in a dream temple kind of a way, in a hibernation kind of a way. So you go in to transform. There are many ways where we can do our alchemical practice. Our process of transforming ourselves can happen in that soft, sleepy way. This is why this time of year, if you're watching it when I'm releasing it toward the end of the year, and if you don't, that's totally fine. It can happen anytime. But this time of year is considered so supportive of transformation because of nature's invitation to move inwardly, because of the cold weather, because of the dark time, because there is less sunlight. Now, fingertips to the floor and heel toe your feet a little bit more toward one another, and then bring your knees down to the floor if you can. Sit in Vajrasana. So if you can't sit in Vajrasana, if you can sit on your shins, on your heels like that, you don't have to. You can take a different seated position. Rest your hands on your thighs and soften your eyes. Let your eyes turn inside. Deep breath in. And a slow breath out. And give yourself a little space between each inhalation and exhalation, and then let the breath flow in. And a little pause before you exhale. And then let the breath out. And like that a couple of more times. And you can release Ujjayi breath and let the breath breathe you softly. Receive exactly where you are so that you can give yourself space to change and break things down and reform and reshape and recreate. Soft and receptive space from which you can generate what you'd like to bring forth. And softly bring your hands together in front of your heart into Anjali Mudra, this gesture that is the gesture of the heart's deepest offering. And offer this soft, yet with room for intensity, alchemical, transformative process. And offer your own transformation to something greater than you, so that your own deep inner work is brought into relationship with society, with the environment, with other humans, with plants and animals. And thank you so, so much for joining me today. I hope this is helpful for you, and if this is somewhat valuable, put a like on it. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Head over to mamamandala.com and subscribe to our mailing list. The emails that will come your way will be deeply supportive for your journey and your process of transformation. We're all for it here. And sign up for the winter solstice somatic ceremony for a deeply transformative practice and a deeply transformative conversation that will take you into this new season and into the new year, empowered and inspired and supported. And all the details are going to be in a link that I will leave in the notes in the description of the video. So I hope to see you soon, and so much gratitude. Thank you so much for joining me. Mwah! Namaste.